Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Group A. I believe it's day 2 of the week. Jeez, what week are we even on? I'm losing track at this point. We're on week 3. Thank you to my producer in the background, and we got Twilight versus Zero Academy. I'm currently joined by one of these Zero Academy coaches, Scorpion.
What's up?
I also casted with him yesterday. In case you guys did not see that, I'm not gonna
It's
go
a good
into it,
one.
but
It's a good one.
it was a good series. I recommend everybody watching it, going back and finding it in the broadcasting schedule on Twitch if you haven't. It was really cool yesterday, but we're gonna focusing on today. We got like I said, Twilight versus Zero Academy. Zero Academy kind of being in this underdog position today. Everybody's kind of seeding them as the worst team in all of CSK right now. So today's kind of their day going up against, Nightwatch Twilight, which is also Nightwatch's Academy team. Nightwatch's Academy team is, Nightwatch Academy versus Zero Academy. I'm trying to get it out, but I can't get it
It's
out.
the
I can't
Nightwatch
speak right
Twilight,
now.
not Nightwatch Twilight.
Yeah, Nightwatch Twilight, the Nightwatch Academy team versus Zero Academy. So,
So as well, against Doomsday as well, we saw a little bit of a different comp coming out. Obviously, this is the first time Zero Cat has shown Sunset, but against Nightwatch for Twilight, their comp last week was actually a little different. They ran a Neon Sova Deadlock, I believe, instead of this Yoru Fade Chamber. So I'm excited to see what changes they make going into this. But it looks like they are still setting up for the same A hit. Looks like this is going to be a very common theme. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Getting into it here. Trap play coming out from Academy. The clone and all of that just baits out the noise. Very unfortunate that they lose all that. But here we go. Asteria taking up towards that main side. However, Beast already has a lot of space towards elbow. Manzo to put him down. All of Nightwatch trapped in a lobby, or sorry, upper A lobby. And however, Chills will take down Manzo. Asteria takes down Spady. And they are just dropping like flies right now. The spam does go true from split effect. Asteria is low. Timo2 with a very good timing right now. I don't know if they're going to expect it. Who are walking back towards him. He gets one, but Chills will find the other one. If I'm not saying that right, I'm sorry. Suzu finds a good timing down mid, though. And looks like the rotate will come through. Split effect. Alone, outnumbered. I'm not sure how much he can do, but he is going to try. Suzu in spawn. The other two members, Longclaw and Chills, moving towards that A site. Split effect. Note Suzu still in spawn. Recon Bolt destroyed. This fight is probably going to decide how this early confrontation is going to go, but he's going to reposition towards market. Low HP for split effect. Reposition, though, this is not going to be an easy one. This main side is very strong, and his position will be noted. He will find one, but I'm not sure how much more can be done here. As much as I hate to say it. Diffuse stuck to half, never mind, and the round cleaned up for Twilight.
we're having a little bit of a quality issue here. Some Discord issues. So we're gonna take a very quick pause. Should not be that long. We might not even have to go into the 10-second mark. I think we're good. All right, looks like we are good. No tech pause needed. Just some words.
Dart coming in towards tiles. Mid-fight looking to be planned for Nightwatch. Just Tubes creeping around his smoke in A main.
Timo,
grabbed, but a little bit of a whiff from both sides of that fight. Oh, the blind! Manzo will find Beast. However, Spady gets traded out. A 4v3, but weaker guns for the side of Zero Cad. And the site will just be taken for free by Nightwatch. A very strong coast plant set up, especially with these stronger guns. But it is, we'll have to see. The Seas comes in towards Cali, and the smoke just dropping. Yeah, I don't think there's much of a way back into this round for Academy. Fortunately, Manzo does look like he's going to try, though. He's going to try to deal some damage. Unfortunately, he will not. Long Claw takes down both him and Split Effect, and it's all left on to Jude, who I'm not sure if there's anything he can really do. He will take down Suzu, though. That is some damage done on Zero Academy, taking down, I believe, a Bulldog and a Guardian. Yes. Just 2 Bulldogs now after that Guardian gets picked up.
Yeah, that was a try from Zero Academy. You know, Manzo trying to entry in, trying to bring something back, but with only classics, there's not a lot you can do. And Longclaw, I believe, getting a 3K there with the Bulldog. Very good to bring Twilight across the line into that anti-eco win. And but now the weapons are here for Zero. So hopefully they're not gonna, you know, start this series, or not the series, this map 3-0.
Setup looking like it's coming more towards this B side right now. And indeed it will be. A lot of 3 members of Nightwatch posted up towards here. Jude as the sole defender on this Cypher. Trip is triggered, broken. Cam, broken. They know about the clone. They know about members being here. The rotates start to come in for Zero. They're being a little bit more patient with this. However, but Asteria, he's walked up into elbow, pretty much uncontested, and the rotate's coming back through. The comms come through that A is uncontested. Split Spady, the lone watcher of this A site in Teemo Tube, will be taken down by Suzu. Spady to kill Asteria. Numbers back in the numbers, back even up. Stun comes through, just trying to delay. But it does look like the bomb will be going down at any time now once the comm comes to that site there. There it is. Oh, but Suzu with another big kill and a split effect. The aftershock! The aftershock! Oh my god, Manzo, Spady, both getting one along with that aftershock, taking down Chills. Longclaw, the only one left alive. However, that stun from Manzo does end up being enough to take down, helping that kill. A smoke is online for Longclaw. Depends on how he wants to use it. Manzo pushed up though. Jude on top of the bomb. He's ahead. He's ahead. I think that was a miscommunication there. TP comes through. Jude just trying to tap, trying to get half. He's got to get off though. He doesn't get half, but he will get the kill. What's going on?
Wait,
did he lag out?
No.
He lagged out.
Oh.
Hold on. Wait, that's a lag out. Hold on, I'm confused now what happens.
Ref?
Because that was very clearly lagged out. Yeah. Hold on. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to play it on, but
that's so unfortunate for Zero
very
Academy.
Unfortunate round.
It was a good shot from Jude, but the PC kind of just fucking him over. There's not a whole lot you can do there, and in fact, there's literally nothing you can do there.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Split effect falling early. And Manzo not able to do much. He's taking so much space in mid. Looks like Academy does go to try to re-clear. He's blinded, but is just going to be able to TP out. And a fight coming in towards the A-Link side from Chills. Oh, but Suzu falls to Teemo Tube. 2 left alive, 4-0. A gun has been recovered, but Asteria being ahead and just will take down both Teemo Tube and Jude. Very unfortunate round, especially at PC lag in the run prior.
Yeah, that was I mean, you can definitely see a 2-2 lineup here if that unfortunate PC issue did not happen. But there's not a whole lot you can do about it now. All you know is that, there was a round that you deserved, but you did not get. That's all you can get away with. That's all you can think about. And that round there was just, I feel like Zero were all kind of doing their own individual plays, except for at the very end where they tried to peek together, but they peeked at the exact same time, which forced them to get collat, which lost them the round.
Yeah. Looks like a slight bit of a fight will come in towards A here. The TP will be heard. It's a heads-up position from Timo2. Taking throw. And a little bit of a re-aggression towards A lobby. I'm not sure what the plan is here, but it looks like Spady will be calling off this fight. Just set into more of a passive setup. Or maybe not. I don't... Oh, what a kill from Manzo. Beast not ready for it. Flash being held out for Spady. And I'm just disconnected.
Oh. Tech issues today are absolutely wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I might just have to. Okay, well, after that slight issue, refight going in towards A lobby. The only 2 members of Zero Academy here. Fight going in towards Elbow. This has to be noted at some point soon. Timotube alone, but site will be taken. 2 ults available for the side of Academy. And Manzo falls early, but Timotube with the spam! The spam is good. Smoke coming through towards Elbow. The retake starting. 2 members back site, but the plant is planted back gen. It's not a good plant for Twilight, but Chills will find Timotube, and at what point do you start to think that they just stick, and I guess it's this one. The fight has to come through now. It has to be now. And Split Effect just holding for Jude, allowing him to stick that spike all the way down and to get the first round on the board for Zero Academy.
Yeah, that was a beautiful round for Zero Academy. That retake, I believe Manzo was looking the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. Split Effect, holding Jude perfectly there. That plant was just so bad for Twilight. You never want to play in Generator unless there's literally no other option. And I mean, like, literally no other option. It's the worst plant, I believe, in the game to play behind that Generator. Because basically every time you're going to lose unless you have that breach util, but by that point, actually, they don't even have a breach. I'm looking at the wrong team. So yeah, there's just no point of planting there.
Fight coming through, though, towards B main. It's a very aggressive one as well. Looks like the trip there's going to be broken. However, the blind not connecting allows Jude to take down Asteria. Reveal comes through, but Beast takes down Jude. Suzu takes down Spady, but Timo2 getting the trade onto Beast. Suzu taking down Split Effect towards mid. But the flank coming through from Manzo. Market door wasn't closed. Is Timo2 ready? He is not. Suzu draws the blood there again. Manzo making this a little bit more winnable of a situation. 1v1 now. Does he know Chills, though? No, he does not. Unfortunate round, but in the end, it does end up going the way of Twilight.
Yeah, it's over and over again. You're just seeing these rounds where it kind of looks like Zero are playing their own individual game. You see it, once in a while where it's just, yeah, they're playing a little bit together, but it's not at the level that you want to see it. And I think that kind of comes with, I believe you said earlier before we started, it was, this is a newer team. These players are new together. Most of them are new together. Most of them have not known each other that long. So
there was a rebuild that happened about a week ago, led to this roster. Very good roster if they're playing together, but just they don't have the experience playing together quite yet. As Suzu will draw first blood on Timo2. The Viper's pit goes down. Manzo is going to take a fight with Beast and will win it out. However, low HP. Jude and Spady draws blood onto Suzu. Just Owl Drone coming through will tag up onto Chills. And the Hunter's Fury coming out as well, just to try to get a little bit of damage noted. However, will not be good. Are they going to be ready for Asteria to be back here? Asteria, the pick goes down. Oh, but what a cleanup from Twilight. That is just a bloodbath on site there.
Yeah, Hold up, my quality. Okay, yeah, timeout's gonna come through for Zero there. Definitely needed for them. Trying to fix the pieces that are kind of going on here for Zero. Hopefully, you can see them pick it up. I don't remember whose map pick this is. If someone has it on standby, please.
This would have been Twilight's map pick.
Okay, Twilight's map pick. So I guess you can kind of say, Twilight, they're winning on their own map pick. So Zero have a chance on theirs, but you do not want to see this lead slipping away, even if it isn't your map, or sorry, not this lead slipping away, but like the score line just absolutely falling out of your hands, even if it isn't your map pick. So hopefully Zero can pick it up, and even if they lose this map, you want to at least make it close so that it doesn't look so bad. It's not looking too great right now. 1-6 score line. I mean,
as well, another thing to note on this map, as Doomsday Project did play Twilight on this last week, they did end up. Twilight did go very. Twilight did favor this attacker's side. They did, I believe, 8-4 on the half. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever it was a winning half for Twilight, and then but the score ended up being 13-11. So their defense does seem to be slightly weaker. As the dimensional drift comes through, noting split effect towards top mid. Gonna hear the footsteps from Jude, and here comes just a lot of pressure. Dimensional drift, it's gonna end in market. The trip not noting him out, but site will be taken for Twilight. 5v5 retake now. However, Beast tagged slightly lower and is stunned. Zarya on this very late lurk mid. However, Trip's catching him out. Teemo Tube gets the kill. Jude getting the kill on Chills. Market will be retaken for Zero Academy. And the site, just the retake is so dominant. They're not giving Twilight an inch to work with. Beast's gonna be noted. Not much he can do as Teemo 2 finds the kill, giving a 4-man surviving retake on this B site for Academy. And it's what you want to see. We were talking about it during the timeout. They got to be playing together more, and this is exactly what I was talking about with that.
Yeah, 100% improvement for Zero. A much better performance for them to get this round on the board. 2-6 now, and if they can pull this together, they could probably get a tied half. I think if they just continue this, and they might even just sweep the rest of the rounds. That was a much better Zero than we have seen so far this map, and it can definitely take down Twilight. Yeah, that's kind of like I mean, much better Zero that round.
A fight moving in. One-way smoke thrown for Teemo Tube. Manzo, though, he's walked up so far on elbow. I'm not sure if they're going to be ready for him to be this far ahead. However, the Prowler comes through. He's just going to back out. They're not going to capitalize off of it, though. They're going to hear this. They're going to note this and just stay around this deep A main, A lobby area. Just noted all this space towards mid. Mid smoke comes through, denying mid control for Zero Academy. However, they are just going to take the Owl Drone coming through. Gonna note the noise. Gonna note 3 members of Twilight being there. I'm not sure if Asteria and Chills were noted, but either way, that is more than enough to keep the stack towards us. A sight as Manzo and Spade both will draw blood. Chills takes down Manzo in return. Beast takes down Split Effect. And the offshot ringing through. Spady and Suzu both extremely low. Sight has not been taken for Twilight. However, it does look like they are going to take it now. Spady not being noted, but the push up into CT. He's holding his stun out, yeah, and he won't get a chance to get the kill on the Beast, who is walking up onto him. Suzu takes down Teemo Tube. Just, again, these solo swings. And Jude left in a 1v3. Beast flanking. Will take down Chills, but Suzu with that operator, not much you can really do about it. Take down and get that final kill of the round.
And we're back to the old Zero Academy. I mean, there was kind of no playing together there, which is kind of unfortunate to see. Teemo had his paranoia and I believe 1 smoke, and he didn't use either of them for him and Jude to try and swing off of each other, which is not something you want to see. You want to try to see more swinging together. I feel like I'm turning into a broken record here, but it's true. You got to see more swinging together, and currently Zero Academy are not doing that.
The walk up mid for Split Effect. He's gonna find the timing on the Longclaw. I don't think Longclaw is gonna be ready for him to be here. Although he is now. Longclaw getting the late kill on the split effect, somehow not taking much damage. Outlaw in the hands of TimoTube, although I'm not sure how good it'll be. Oh, never mind. I stand correct. He will kill on the Longclaw. The Nightfall coming in towards this B site, and a lot of space is going to be taken. The Spike moving towards B now. Looks like a retake plan coming through 4-0. And Chill's walking all the way up and then choosing to walk back into this market area, just clearing all of the site. Asteria getting the plant down, getting closer to that Viper's pit. Dimensional drift 4 off of being online, never mind. And Chills takes down Jude. Spady just trying his best to get whatever he can. Same with the rest of Zero, but crosshair placement's a little bit low, and that timing pulls out the stun. Chills ends up swinging. TimoTube just trying to get a kill, and nothing is coming to fruition. 8 rounds secured for Twilight.
Over and over again, you're constantly seeing, you know, this representation that this Zero ACAD has not played much together, and it's blatantly obvious. They're not peeking off of each other. I keep saying that, and it's so true. Zero Academy, they did it after the timeout, but they're not doing it anymore, and it's, you know, not what you want to see with this kind of team. You want to see them try to thrive in those situations where they're peeking off of each other, and, you know, see them playing better as a team. That's just not them right now.
Suzu taking down split effect early, but I'm guessing before that smoke bloomed. Jude trading out another beast, but Longclaw returning the favor. 3v4 not in the hands of Suzu. We have seen how deadly he is with that gun. And the A fight coming through. Manzo just choosing to back out, not getting much damage dealt, and yeah, the rotate's coming through. The B site noted to be open, but Chills is just walking up mid. I don't know if he's ready for Spady here, and he's not. Or he is, but Spady is not. TimoTube trading out on the Chills. However, both members of Zero Academy extremely low. Looks like the call is going to come to save. Just trying to, or is it actually?
I mean, I guess there's no point in saving on the second to last round.
Even then, though, economy is very low. Never mind, I was right. The save will come through. Manzo being the only one on Zero Academy with this round loss being enough to buy, but the save gives them a second gun. Gives them some sort of weaponry going into the last round of the half, just going into trying to get anything they can, but they're just not going to save. I don't know what the call is here, but they're just going to try to get a stick down. They're just going to try to deal damage, and Asteria will fall, but in the end, 2 remaining for Twilight, securing a, at minimum, 9-3 half.
Honestly, we're probably looking at 2-10 half here. The economy is looking so dead for Zero Academy, and Twilight are, by the way, peaking so well together. Not what Zero are doing exactly, and not. You know, I'm catching myself. I'm not saying that phrase again. Not what you want to see. I feel like I said that way too many times at this point.
This become your catchphrase today.
It's becoming my catchphrase, okay? Because it's like it's the
a
first
little bit of
sentence you want to say.
A return in a weirder smoke going out. The stun being used for Spady early, but the B presence not going to be given up for free this time. Jude just to take a little bit of a fight. Asteria takes on Man's Spady. That elbow fight and the elbow re-clear not really going the way of that Zero wanted. Chills takes on split effect, but Jude will return the favor. 2v4 now. However, Asteria very low. That Viper's Pit is able to go online. Weaker guns for Zero. Suzu with that operator that, again, like I noted last round, he is very good with that gun, very confident with it. However, there's the neural theft. Viper's Pit going down. From the shadows online for both Omens, and it will come out from the side of Twilight. However, will be canceled. TimoTube still with his online. Suzu bottom mid. East, which is the flank, and there's not much that can be done. 10-2 for Twilight going into their defender side.
I really like that peek from Suzu and Beast towards the end there. That peek from the back of mid and that peek from the side of Link. And that was actually really well coordinated from Twilight to pull that together and get the last 2 Zero Academy players and put this half at 10-2. Incredible. I mean, you were
As I did note, you do have to note as well, both sides have Zero Academy at least were on their weaker side that half. And I believe just off of the information I have from the last game played by Twilight, they were also on their weaker side with this, with that, or they were on their stronger side. So we will have to see going into this second half how it's going to play out. Suzu just walking down the main, and a little bit, not getting any return damage. However, two members, Asteria and Suzu, both here for Twilight. The smoke coming down and the rotates are just coming through. Not many players noted, but they're just all going to be coming through. The stun going down. Manzo just getting the site for pretty much for free. And they're just trapped. Split effect not clearing the corner. Manzo takes down Beast. Oh, and the trades coming out leave in favor of actually in just equal numbers. But Beast left alone on low HP. Timotube and Spady left alone. Both of them a medium health. And I don't know if they're gonna be ready for him. He's gonna try to drop here, gonna try to get onto this lower side. Spady is watching though, and they both will hear it. And there is the pistol round gained for Zero Academy, getting a very crucial round on this attacker for them. It's a good start. Good start for Academy.
Yeah, that pistol was everything there. If you lose that pistol, you're basically done with the game, because that means you're going to lose the second round of this half and be put on to match point with 2 rounds, which, unless you have the Brins effect, it's basically impossible. It's basically
The Brins
impossible.
effect is real.
The Brins effect is real, guys.
Hey, keep in mind though, Zero Main did get the Brins effect last week against Storm, so who knows? Maybe Academy can pull a Brins effect of their own.
We will see.
The A fight coming in. It's a stacked fight for both sides. Trick come through. Suzu taking down split effect, but Spady taking down chills. As well. Long clutch taking down Man, but they're just not watching it. Timochu takes down Beast though. Some guns gained for the side of Twilight, but not many. Just a judge on Longclaw. And it's just more of another one of those just what can you do moments. It's the rotate coming through. Spady very low, but the gun advantage, not really a health advantage though. Actually, yes it is, considering they do have the shield. But Asteria's already here, stunned up, playing backside, trying to play his life, just trying to get a 1. The sight smoke comes in for Longclaw, although I do believe he's going to intend to play this with a judge, as I am correct on that. Plant going down. Just no one on Academy giving them the chance to make a play. No one giving them those close range fights that these pistols and judge that Twilight has want. However, Suzu with his Headhunter, 2 bullets left in it, can maybe find the pick onto Spady, who's alone on site. However, he's just going to take the time with that Viper Wall just to walk off. The scary thing is they have the defense has all these folks, all this utility. The stun coming through. But he's close with the judge, and Spady takes the kill. Another kill onto Suzu, and Asteria will clean him up, but Timo2 gets the round win for Academy. Trades going out extremely fast. They're faster than I can, but a 4th round secured for Zero.
Split effects on Pie Watch. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Split effects on Pie Watch, and that round was 100% needed, just like the pistol round. Lose that round, you lose the game. I'm gonna say that basically every round for Zero, because every round is the most important round currently.
As well, keep in mind though, Split Effect is also an E-sub for Zero. He's been there for about an hour.
Okay.
Probably is how much time he's been given. So yeah, Zero again playing as an E-sub has been a common theme with both Zero teams from my experience in CSK at least. We've been playing with an E-sub for an annoying amount of time.
Maybe we should start the Zero effect.
Maybe we should. But you know, Rolling Thunder coming online for Spady. All 5 members of Zero here. Only 3.5, I guess, as Chills can rotate very fast for Twilight. and this will be a very important round. If Zero can pull this round out, can pull out this round win, then they can take a very big lead in the half. Stunned up. Oh, but Asteria with just the tap spam is enough to take down Manzo mid-stun. Very unfortunate. The flash comes through. Long Claw swinging out. Asteria tagged up low. Timo2 takes down Beast. Again, Asteria just tags up low, sitting towards the back of site. And Zero chooses to force their way onto the site here. 30 seconds left. And trades will go through. Twilight taking the round, denying Zero the chance to get the bonus round, forcing Twilight onto Nico. Taking the round they expect to win.
Yeah, round you expect to lose as Zero Academy. The split pie, I don't even know. No, he got a kill before he died. He was on 4.14. So no pie for split effect. But you're still losing that round there. And that's hard now. You have to win this round. This is actually the most important round. Pistol and this round are currently the most important rounds. Because that means
Paranoia coming through, blinding up most of Zero Academy, but the Paranoia is pretty much wasted for Zuzu falling early. Manzo taking down Beast. Longclaw takes down Manzo. Tagged up a little bit though. He will be on. He's on mostly full health. He's fine. However, Jude is slightly lower than he would like to be, only on 70 HP. However, numbers still in favor of Zero. That Viper's Pit on Asteria, very, very scary. Gonna be hard to deal with as Zero look to just work back towards mid, look to working back towards market, and looks like they're gonna try to end B here. B site has been very good to them so far this game, as Jude's gonna get noted out. However, the Cypher is gonna be seen. He is the lurker, and will Spady and Split Effect work back towards A, and Split Effect's just gonna break that. I don't know why he got tagged by it, but he did. As it will be noted that the Sova 4 Academy is on this A site. No one else noted, however, with this stun coming through from Spady, it will be. I'm wondering when the smokes go through, and there's the first. The second coming through now. Hey, looking to be the plan for Zero. 15 seconds left, and the plant will go
what a shot
with a beautiful spam through the smoke, though. 4v2 retake. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired as well right now. And with strong post plant positions, I'm not sure how much Nightwatch can do. Timo2 holding this main drop. The smoke coming through for Ali. Nobody peeking. The patience on Zero is very good right now. Timo2 takes down Asteria, who managed to walk under the trip. And literally every member of Zero, minus Timo2, holding this smoke. Scratch that. Only 2 members of Zero right now. As Split Effect gets another kill, taking down Longclaw. Interesting fight choice from Longclaw. Don't know what his plan was there, but in the end, Zero takes the round and forces Twilight to go of their own.
Yeah, now Twilight are on an eco.
Might be real.
Yeah, this is huge. The Brim's effect is currently, it's coming in, guys. It just started.
It's
so
slowly starting.
Don't
We'll
leave
see if
yet.
it can complete its path, but
I mean, you're
see if
still
we
a
can
long
complete
way
it.
away. You're still a long way away.
But any round is progress. Any rounds are progress.
Every round is progress, round by round, guys.
It's going to be the motto. I know these guys on Academy. I know that's what Spady, the IGL, is saying to them right now. He's just going round by round. A Split Effect takes down Suzu. Asteria Markflow. I am forgetting this guy's name, and I'm very sorry. Asteria Markflow just sitting around in this dark cover with the judge. The drone's not going to clear a mess. It's going to step out just in time. And all members, the double flank, though, coming through. Split Effect taken down. The double flank coming through. Timo2 drops Beast. Longclaw might have been noted. I don't know if they heard the stinger shots. However, it does look like Spady's ready for him. As there's the flash. The spam going to come through. However, not going to land true. 2 members of Zero watching this. And Timo2, the one to drop Beast. As kills on site. Manzo with a little bit of a whiff, but gets the kill in the end. And the shorty on Asteria, not enough to give Nightwatch any kills in the end of that round.
That was a better. This Zero is way different from defense. what you said about like Zero, this being their better half, currently looks 100% true. It's looking like they're playing as a 5 rather than as a 1v1v1, etc., etc. And it's
They're
looking
playing
so
as a
much better
team
for
rather
them.
than as 5 individuals.
Exactly. Thank you.
The Viper hit.
Thank you for showing.
I got you. Oh, Manzo dropping early to Suzu's operator. He's been good with this gun so far, and we're seeing why. Him leading the top of the leaderboard, 17-11. Oh, wait. TimoTube actually up there now as Longclaw takes down Jude. And 3 members of Zero alive. Not much way to fight through either of these 2 ults for Twilight, and I believe this might be 12. I hate to say it this early, but it might just be what it is. That Viper's hit on...
Remember when we just said they were playing as a team? Yeah, they
Yeah,
all they both died individually.
You gotta stop cursing that. You gotta stop cursing that.
I think
every time you mentioned it, they start playing.
Sorry,
they start playing apart.
Maybe you gotta talk about Twilight. I should talk about Twilight.
Yeah, talk about Twilight.
Twilight, you know, they're playing together so well. Look at this. Look, they got the imaginable crossfire going on here on the A site.
Yeah.
Zero's gonna try to go for something.
Owl drone.
But they're gonna play super separated.
Fighted into 3. Yeah, TimoTube just so far behind, so far ahead of everyone else. Just the stun gonna come through, but it's a little bit late. And Split Effect and Spady left on their own. Hunter's Fury will be gained at the end of this round as well. And 2 ults have been used for Twilight. That Viper... Oh, but Asteria, he's on a very fast flank here. Gonna try to deny the save for Spady. I don't know if he's gonna turn around in time. He's not. Oh, but away from Asteria! Spady can't capitalize on it. 12 and match point gained for Zero, unfortunately. Or Twilight, sorry. Unfortunately, it's so hard to fight through that Viper's pit on B. That's a really hard ult to fight through. And Suzu on that operator, he's been good. Good with that op.
Yeah, that Suzu op is insane. I mean, he's got Twilight on his
there's
backpack right now,
one.
but Twilight's helping us out.
But TimoTube looked like he wanted to pull out his own op for a second. He is also a very, very skilled opper, but will choose to buy Split Effect instead. 3 ults for Zero, 2 for Twilight. A 7th round could easily be secured as Suzu's push-up is noted. The op shot being heard as he's taking on Split Effect. He wasn't ready for that double push-up in this 2-2-2 default? Or 2-2-0 now, I guess, but 2-2-1 is what I meant to say at the start. But it looks like they are going to be moving back towards this B site, back towards hitting onto this site that has been very, very good for Zero Academy. Like, this site has been very good for them when they hit it. However, Asteria is here, Chills is here, and it's not going to be easy to hit onto this. They are... The Fade and the Viper, that utility is so hard to deal with, and they just know all it would take over. Zero's going to have to hit into this 3-stack, and it's not going to be easy for them. They're just going to try to rotate it out. Everyone's going to note this. They're going to have to re-clear Beast as a team, and they are! All of that flank space given up, and they're just going to slowly walk back and re-hit. All the rotates being baited out towards Twilight. From the shadows going in towards A. And Asteria, he's on his own now. Will they be able to clear him out? All of Zero Academy here, ready for the hit. Util gonna be noted. But the corner's not cleared yet. Jude clears it now. Spady, it's too late. And TimoTube manages to take him down. Manzo pushing back. Never mind, he's gonna choose the hold. Manzo drops, kills. Low AP for TimoTube. Manzo about half health. Has to find his kill on the Suzu, and he won't be able to. Gonna fall back. Might have noted the TP location. And TimoTube on his own. Gonna be blinded. There's not much he can do here. And that will be 13 end game for Twilight on their own map pick. It's not something that you want to see, but in the end, 13-6, map 1 for Twilight.
Yeah, you thought Zero Academy were gonna try to pull something back there, pull out the Brins effect of their own, try to be like their brother Zero Gaming, but not quite able to pull it out there. They were actually kind of miles away. I'm gonna be honest. It was 6-13. And even though they kind of started on the weaker half, doesn't matter when you're starting down 2-10. That is a huge deficit
Although
to try to come back from.
looking at the scoreboard, Team 2 having a really good game as well.
So
Manzo being up there as well. Like you can see glimpses of a very good team here, and it's just we got to see that showing up a little bit more in this next map.
I have a question. How is Timo Tube above Suzu? That
Sorry.
how is Timo Tube above Suzu? Uh,
Um, you
Less
know,
kills, less kills, one more assist, and 4 less first bloods.
I'm not
Guys,
entirely sure.
I Timo's better, I guess. All right. Well,
Yeah,
uh,
he
that's that's gonna take us to our sunset, and I believe second map is Lotus. We're gonna be
Lotus coming
going
out from the pick
into
side of Zero Academy.
Zero
This is a map
Academy
that
pick.
they are strong on.
Apparently, they're known for being strong on. I have no clue.
To my knowledge.
If you have any information, ask Scorpion, who will then ask Smiley. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen here. So thank you everybody for watching Sunset with us. 6-13 to end it out with a Twilight win to start the series 1-0, and we will be back with you guys in just a few minutes on Lotus. Welcome back to Twilight versus Zero Academy. The first map started 13-6 on Sunset, and now we are going into map 2 of Lotus. Twilight are currently up right now 1-0 over Zero Academy. But this is Zero Academy's map pick, and hopefully they can pull up something way better than they did on Sunset.
We are going to see the selections coming through from both sides here. TeamOTube still not sure what he's going to select, but we are going to see that Fnatic style comp, the Raze, Omen, Fade, Killjoy, and Viper coming in for Nightwatch. Whereas from Academy, we are going to see this Raze and Viper be selected, along with that, or Raze and Fade be selected, sorry, along with that Breach and Vice, and I'm assuming the Omen will come through. Yes, there it is.
I
Two
really
kind of
like this Raze breach is really good on Lotus, especially for on defense to take that rubble space, that stun from B Secret and that grenade can really go hand in hand. And I've even seen some aces come out of it, which is kind of wild, but you can see them from time to time. Some aces come from that stun grenade. I doubt we'll see it today, but it is a really good way to take that rubble space, especially for Zero Academy.
And another thing that we are going to see a lot of, I'm assuming, is, and something I'm actually a very big fan of on this map, is this KJ pick from Nightwatch. I am a huge believer in the fact that KJ is still meta on Lotus, and I love to see the KJ being picked into this game. But we will see how it will work out against this very, very fast-paced double initiator comp that Academy is running right now, as we are going to see an A fight coming in from both sides. I believe, though, it looks like Nightwatch is just planning to wait out a lot of this utility. As the nade comes through, so does the Haunt. Haunt missing a little bit. I'm guessing a little bit of a missed lineup. But Twilight just playing back in their spawn. They're being so patient right now, letting these rotates come through. Manzo inserted back Rubble. This first duel is going to decide the pacing of this round and probably of this game even. The stat coming in towards B and C looks to be wrong as well. Looks to be the Nightwatch are planning to move back towards this A site, but they're just so patient in waiting this out. The steps heard. Steps heard. Haunt, seen. Gonna call back. Manzo seen. He's just trying to stay alive for as long as he can right now. And honestly, it's...
One enemy remaining. I got the spike. 30 seconds left.
That was a pretty good round for Zero. A really good defense. That was a triple. What the fuck do you even call that? Like a triple high-low? I don't even know. That was wild for them to hold down that spike, but it was a really good play for them to take the first pistol, their second pistol of this series, but their first pistol of the first half, if that makes any sense to anybody. My other caster is just gone. Oh, might be back, guys. But I can have a little bit of a whiff, not being able to quite take down Beast. Singer versus Classic, and Classic is going to win. Interesting duel coming out over there. The C space has been taken over by Twilight. Looks like they might be giving it up to do a little bit of a pivot towards the A side.
Manzo alone back Rubble. He was here in the same position last round, was able to find a pick. This time he has a little bit more utility, and Azuro's noted. The fight just not going in his favor, though. Like, I don't really know what's going on. Spady finds Beast, but Suzu's able to find Manzo. That's a Spectre gained for the side of Twilight. But the spam is true. Asteria falls. Spady watching this and gets his third on the round. Guns, a lot of guns for the side of Zero Academy, they don't lose
30
too
seconds
much
left.
in this round up to this point. However, we will have to see how this final fight goes down. As the shoulder noted, and Spady getting his 4th on the round, getting closer to that Rolling Thunder, and just overall a good solid round from Zero Academy, getting their 2nd on the board.
Yeah, almost looked like something was gonna happen there for Twilight, maybe being able to take the anti-eco round for Zero, but Zero Academy do not lose any more than 2 members and are able to take that round, starting the series 2-0, and for the first time of this series, having the lead, which is kind of crazy to say, the fact that they did not have the lead at all on Sunset, not even once. Now they're starting
It's
to
just
go.
like the Giants. It's like the Giants. And Man's with the push-up. Gonna play more towards these boxes, though, instead of back rubble like he has been. However, the fight coming more towards B from the looks of it, as Beast and Chill's both there. Longclaw coming with the bomb as well. Spady is watching this angle, though, and they are going to be aware of it. The stun is going to come through. However, no guaranteed information as this fight over towards A. Suzu hearing this Vice utility, I believe. The Vice is noted to play towards C, though. It might just be a lot louder on my end. The fight coming in towards B, though, it looks like the hit is going to be towards B, but they're just so patient right now, not showing their hand as the smoke comes through, kind of sealing them off of B. That wall is going to be noted there. Jump spot missing, and the spam is going to hit him down to 51 HP. Lower HP for Beast, but no real space gained otherwise. Suzu has this space towards C, but they don't have any info on the site. Beast manages to drop Spady, though. Chemo Tube dropping Beast in return as the fight will come out towards this A side. The hit coming through. Suzu satchelating over towards Ben. Gets tagged a little bit. The flash gonna tag onto 2 members of Nightwatch. And just all this util, it's so potent. The flash gonna come through. Chemo Tube falls. All 3 members of Zero Academy retaking through tree as Split Effect left on his own. Manages to find Suzu. The Chills on the lone player on site is very low. However, there is this waterfall flank coming through, and Asteria on that flank will be able to find a kill, securing the bonus round for Nightwatch Twilight.
Good swings for Twilight and a very, very good take there. They took it slow, got the info, and played off that info a perfect way to play Lotus. Either you play chaotic or you play slow. Either way is really good on attack. Because attack is that main side on this map. They set the tone, especially on a map like Lotus. So defense had to be prepared for anything. And Zero Academy were not prepared for anything. They were prepared for like 2 things. I don't know.
The Fade Haunt coming high. The fight is definitely coming noted towards A. Rubble control gained for the side of Nightwatch Twilight. However, Zero Academy in return taking Mound, leaving Spady there. But 4 members of Zero Academy are on this rotate. They are noting that this hit is most likely coming through towards the A site. 5 members now of Nightwatch Twilight there. Split Effect falls to Suzu. The call comes, I'm assuming, to play for the retake. They're just gonna give up the site for free. He's trying to take up a little bit of a fight towards stairs. Decides against it and walks back. However, very strong post plant setups taken. Chemo Tube noted his location has been noted. Members of they are going to take down Beast and Suzu after Suzu takes down Man's own return. However, Jude extremely low. Asteria in a very strong position manages to take down Chemo Tube. They weren't expecting him there. Longclaw takes down Jude. However, is low, but the shot will land onto Spady, giving Nightwatch Twilight their 2nd round at the half.
Tying up the score line, exactly what you want to see as a Twilight fan. And they're playing really well right now. They're playing, both teams are actually playing super well. Any Zero Academy disbelievers, they're still not doing well, but you can't say they're doing terrible anymore. This is a team that's
solid for the defender
way
side.
better. Yeah, this is way better. This is a way better Zero Academy, especially, like you said, considering that they're on that defense. Now,
more of a default look now, coming for the side of Twilight. 2 members walking up towards C. 3 now that Chills decides he wants to join towards the C site. Beast, you're gonna note this Vice wall again. Might be planning to bait it. However, 3 members of Zero walked up towards Asteria. The breach flash coming through, and Asteria's gonna fall. That's the main flank watch, and the main firepower towards this A side going down. The hit coming out towards B. Jude with the ghost manages to take down Suzu. Oh my god. All the trades coming through in favor of Zero Academy. Manzo, low HP, but will just end up backing off. Timotube with an Outlaw. Jude with a Vandal. Neither Timotube nor Manzo has shields, but Jude is very, very high on HP right now. Manzo is going to be able to note this early contact. The Vice Wall still up towards B. However, the rotate's going to come back towards the C site. As that Vice Wall, like I just noted, is towards B. The Prowler most likely being heard towards A, as Timotube is going to start slowly rotating back. And it's just a very slow-paced round coming now from Twilight. They are going to be expecting Manzo here, and he's not going to be able to get the kill onto Chills. Both Timotube and Jude rotating towards A. However, both of them decently high on HP, and no real utility, though, for the post plant for Twilight. That's their only bit. The Haunt, gone. Timotube with pretty much full utility. Jude, Arcro is still on B, never mind. Or on C. However, the Paranoia is still an option for Longclaw. The smoke going to come through. Both members of Academy taking towards the site. Both noted. Timotube and Timotube falls to Chills. Longclaw manages to take down Jude. However, a very, very strong save coming out from Zero Academy.
That's a very strong save. They play very well together. You can't even get that mad at losing that round because realistically, you played the best you could with an eco, and
it was a round you expected to lose.
Team, yeah, the round you expected to lose, and considering this is a newer team as well, really adds on to that. I kind of thought like there's no way like Twilight are gonna have to force C because their A lurk is gone and all the A space for Zero was taken, but Manzo was forced to let it up, being on 20 HP.
The fight coming out a little bit. Chip damage done with a spam through the wall. Beautiful spam on a Chills. That's the only initiator and only like info for Nightwatch down. Asteria decently low from the spam along with Suzu. Both of them got hit pretty hard by that nade and spam. No space towards any other part of the map. That's not known to Zero though. Except for that A space is taken by Zero. Timotube and Spady holding on to that B space. Asteria looks like he plans to go back towards this A lurk though. Looks like he wants to try to take away the space from Zero. Barely missing out on the kill on the Manzo. The spam gonna come through just to secure that he's not there. 3 members of Zero Academy towards this A site. Or towards this B site, mind you. Spady with the spam through the smoke gonna take down Beast. Not a single member of Zero Academy has seen the person they're killing this round until maybe now, as there's the result. Manzo, I mean, still sort of not seen him, as the blind from Spady did come through. But even then, very low HP on Suzu. Longclaw tagged a little bit, but is still gonna be 3 shot. And he's just gonna drop his gun accidentally. I'm assuming that was a misclick. Jude on a very fast flank, and they're not aware of that. The Nightfall coming in, not gonna tag on only 1 member. Timotube has to be aware of it. He isn't. But Jude is going to take down Suzu, and the second ult invested. TP's in a drop, split effect, cleaning up the round for Zero Academy, tying up the score for them once again. 2 very costly ults invested, or 3 actually, because that showstopper was invested too, but the round win nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't really like that play from Zero. I don't know what the breach shot was for.
No,
even if
sure either,
even if he popped it, like I know there's a little bit of like a delay. Even if he popped it before Suzu died, that's still a 4v2 that you're pretty much guaranteed to win, especially because there's not a whole lot of util for Suzu to use with a smokes and a duelist. Whereas you have 4 players with the most amount of util you could ever ask for. They had, I believe they still had the arc rose, so it was like, what's the point of using that breach ult?
Even then, round secured, 3 rounds on the board for Zero Academy. And we're just going to see another one of these very slower paced rounds. They're going to try to deny the A fight, and Timotube on that Outlaw, taking down Beast. That's the case. That's the flank watch. All of the util denying space and Timotube trying to swing out a little bit, trying to give himself some info. Jude just taking down Suzu as well. This A fight or this C fight, excuse me. Oh my god. Chills taking down Jude Willie, looks to try to pick up Dark Road. The Fatal semi-wasted. As, oh man, so with a flank. He's gonna get the kill on Hysteria. The Nightfall wasted to give the free sight.
Planted.
And the flank coming through is noted by Longclaw. There's the Fade Eye. The Haunt not detecting anyone. Longclaw's gonna walk back. And it looks like the timing might be right. Split Effect over. Split Effect and Spady both taking up towards CT. They're not gonna be noted to be playing there until now. Split Effect with both! What a tap transfer, I guess is the best way to describe it. Giving Zero Academy their 4th round, regaining the lead.
What did that is? What? That was insane. There's no other words to put. Split Effect.
Beautiful
who fed
shots.
you breakfast today, bro? What was your breakfast today? I need to write this down for my future, bro. I've been hard sex sober for 4 years, bro. Someone help me out. I need to learn your ways. What in the world were those shots? I mean, Split Effect is like a demon right now. He's shooting people through walls. He's getting a double kill when he should be dead. What am I watching right now? This guy is absolutely insane for Zero Academy.
Is the E sub for them as well? Just to put that into a little bit of perspective.
Maybe they should pick him up.
Maybe they should. But here we go. The fight coming back towards the fight. It looks like this A clear seems to be the plan for Twilight. Spady gonna be noted that he's walking off. Looks like just trying to bait the noise. Looks like the flash is coming through. It's blind. The Fade Eye is gonna tag onto most members. Split Effect with another kill though. Longclaw takes down Manzo, and Split Effect is low on HP though. All 4 members of Nightwatch that are alive are still on very, very good HP. However, Split Effect tagged low. 2 ults online for Zero. 3 for Nightwatch. Spady trying to watch this line, trying to get any damage he can onto Nightwatch. As 2 members will try to work back towards the C site, just trying to deny the info. Trying to spread their forces. The rotate's going to come through, leaving Asteria as a lone lurker. And Fade Eye's going to come through. They're going to note... Yes, they will. They will note that Asteria is there. It's a little bit of chip damage done. Not too much, though. Timotube alone with this operator on the C site. I don't know what his plan is. He might just try to back off. The lockdown does come through. But yeah, he is just going to elect to back off and will get detained. But it's in a position where he can be held. The steel guarding coming through. A Split Effect finds a kill on a Suzu. The wall's gonna be shield's gonna be triggered. Put Asteria on the floor. It will be known. Split Effect very low. Beast finding 2 though. One more main. 2v1 and the trade's coming out. Beast getting 2 just doesn't allow Zero Academy's retake to come to fruition. Retying up the game for Nightwatch.
I'm not sure how Zero let that round slip. It looked like it was going to be a very strong retake for them, but somehow Longclaw and Beast able to just hold it down for Nightwatch and pull out the round when it seemed almost impossible. Yeah, it was only a 3v4, but Zero had all the util and Nightwatch had close to none.
It's like the eco coming in for Zero. I don't know what Timotube's plan is. He is just going to TP out, though. The smoke will be dropped, and it looks like it's just going to be a fight in towards the C site here. Two very good ults online for... There's the showstopper popped. The blind's going to come through, though. It's going to be a good one. However, Jude will fall due to that. I don't know what the play was with that Nightfall, but it's going to lead to a kill on Hysteria. Suzu just not noted to be on site, and will manage to find a kill on a Split Effect. Guns recovered for all members of Nightwatch Twilight, as Suzu did have a Bucky, and it doesn't look like to be a very good round, very winnable round for Zero Academy, as they have a Guardian and a Bucky. However, Spady does hit a nice shot on the Suzu. Will manage to take another gun out of the hands of Nightwatch Twilight, but not much more looks to be done. Looks like he's just gonna try to die to bomb, try to do something. chill's noted, but the spam will not land. Unfortunately, does not have the split effects luck with that spam, but he might just be trying to get a little bit of damage done, but no. Looks like he's just going to die to bomb. Give Nightwatch Twilight their 5th round of this attacker half. But even then, it's a pretty hefty price paid. That showstopper invested and 2 members falling as well for Nightwatch Twilight.
That was a very costly
And-
round, and it looks like, yep, okay, that's going to be a 0 timeout to try and stop this momentum that Twilight have started. And you got to kind of respect that. You know, stopping momentum with timeouts is actually a huge strategy for those
Underrated
who are not in
strategy
the pro
and-
world.
Very underrated strategy as well. I'd like to see it coming out from Zero. What they're talking about in their timeout, not fully sure on. But knowing these guys, it's going to be probably just mental adjustments and just keeping their head in the game. As Zero Academy's been
mean-
putting the pressure on Twilight. They've made these rounds very costly, very close. A lot closer than they were on this first half. On this defender side as well, which does happen to be the weaker side of Lotus.
Man, I think Spady and Jude have perfect mentality. And look at them.
Yeah.
They're kissing, bro. They're perfectly fine.
They're enjoying their time. They're enjoying this timeout.
They're having fun. Don't worry about them. Worry about all of the other guys. All right, all of them. Actually, just Manto and Timo. You know, Split Effect got the aim. He has the aim to carry himself. That's
And
all
knowing
he got.
Manzo and Timo, both those guys are going to be fine. What adjustments were made in the Zero timeout? I'm excited to see, but until then,
Doesn't
we
look
are
like
going to
anything,
have.
honestly.
Doesn't look like anything for now. Might have been just some like rotational adjustments, but not fully sure. However, I don't know what the plan was for Timo Tube there, as he will fall very early, and they will be planning to hit onto this site with. They will be looking to hit onto the C site. However, that lurks. It looks like. Oh, they're planning to tap through door. Looks like the play to go through door is what's called. Looking onto the Beast site, but Jude with the spam through the smoke. Split Effect taking down Beast. That's the bomb. That's the spike gained, and Asteria falls.
Enemy remaining.
Whatever was said in this timeout definitely worked. The door play not going in favor of Twilight as 4 members of Zero Academy stay strong with a very dominant round.
The shots coming out from Zero. That was an aim fest right there. I don't even think there's any util really used that round. That was just aim, aim, aim. That's really all it was. And you know what? If you can aim, 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 you don't need anything else. You got the aim. You can kill everybody. You're kind of looking like Envy, but you know it doesn't matter. You're aim, 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 aim. You know? You're
As
killing
well,
everybody.
Another very important thing to note is that is the 5th round secured for Zero Academy, meaning that worst case scenario they can only go down 7-5 at the half. But considering the buy coming out from Nightwatch Twilight 2 Sheriffs, it looks like I'm a little bit confused on this by myself actually, as Beast definitely has enough for a rifle, and so does Asteria, but to each his own, I guess. 2 members of Twilight here. Spady just gonna die, but that's the spike again! They're just uber easing the spike all the way onto site.
Twilight, they're just sitting in main. They have no space around any of the map. They're gonna try to gain some on the A site, but Split Effect is ready. And this is not the person you want to peek into. Yeah, Shill's gonna back up. Timo's gonna get traded, but it doesn't matter. All of Zero are just ready. Oh, Suzu's gonna get a kill though. Wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Man just got the job done with the 3K on the round. And he sticks for Zero, like Scorpion said. Likely going from at least 5-7 to a 6-6. That's exactly what it's going to be like here. At least a tied half for Zero. Going into their attack, the better side of this Lotus. You're starting to have a little bit of belief for this team now that you're watching this. And by the way, Manzo and Split Effect are kind of have a backpack on. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of have a backpack on. 4 players of Twilight are going to try to run it down the C site. Try to peek into something. I lost my caster, but that doesn't matter. We still got a game. Jude's gonna get forced off the site because of this KJ ult, but he's so disoriented by all the util. There's nothing he can do. He's detained, but he has 2 teammates to back him up, so it doesn't matter. The showstopper is gonna come out, and the Viper's bit. The showstopper is not gonna find a kill.
The aftershock from Spady managing to find chills over that Viper's pit, still very, very potent. And the shorty from Split Effect. What a play. The Nightfall Online will know the location, but Beast with 3!
Last player standing.
Timo2 drawing blood. And Jude managing to get the last kill. Despite Beast's best effort, they cannot secure the round. That will be 7 for the defensive half of Lotus for Zero Academy.
Oh, Beast is mad. Oh my. Unless Beast has that insane mentality, he's gotta be mad.
Yeah,
You
3
just
on that
get
round.
3 insane kills and you still lose the round. That, oh my. I can feel the tilt. I can feel the tilt from the caster's booth. That's insane. But a 7-5 half to start for Zero Academy, and that wasn't even their attack.
That
was
was with a double initiator comp as well. This is very scary for Nightwatch Twilight. However, we will be showing the power of this KJ on defense. It is something that I do like, and if they do play it the correct way, it is a very powerful tool. However, we will just have to see how it pans out, as the hit will come towards C. Split Effect, Spady, Manzo, all working their way down towards the C site. Orb gonna be grabbed for Split Effect. That breach, I'm assuming that they want that breach all online as soon as possible, as the rotate's coming through. Rubble taken for Mount taken for the side of Zero. The alarm, or the turret being broken. I'm not sure if they're gonna expect this alarm bot too. Fight to well being up Asteria in a great spot. However, he's just gonna elect to back off. 2 members of the Zero Gaming just walking off towards C. There's the hit. The hit coming through. The stun is gonna tag. I was gonna say he's gonna tag 3 members, but it only tags 2. However, the fight coming through Waterfall. Spady drops Asteria. Split Effect Beast and Timo2 will take down Longclaw. Jude is just taking out chills. Zero Academy is just bringing the fight to Nightwatch Twilight as the bomb will go down towards the C site. Suzu on his own, 60 HP and a Sheriff. That's all he has to his name. No utility. And it doesn't look like he will be noted on this flank. Every member of Zero just moving towards the intercept. And it just doesn't look like they're going to give him anything. They're not giving him a single kill. And they're not giving him a chance in anything. Timo2 going for the flank. The triple stack. The triple high-low coming through. Double high-low and Jude on a later high-low. But all of it's going to come through. They're going to give him 2 kills. But that's all he's going to get. As Zero Academy take their pissed around on this attacker side.
Yeah, this is, like you said, this is looking very scary, especially with that double initiator going into this attack with a lead. Insane to see from Zero Academy. And like I said earlier, if you were a disbeliever, before, you can't be a disbeliever
Better start
now.
believing. Better start believing.
This is Paper X. This is Paper X tier 4. I promise it's Paper X tier 4. We're gonna see Zero just randomly out of nowhere lock in after looking like the worst team in the league and somehow, you know, win playoffs. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too far, but like, you know, you're gonna see them lock in.
Yeah. The C fight coming in 4-0. Again, leaving Beast alone on this C site. Timo2, he does love this outlaw. But dude, they're just trying to run him down. They're just gonna play a closer angle. Timo2 understanding the fight his weapon wants to take as Beast falls to Manzo's nade. Dude, though, he's alone on this lurk with the gun. He's gonna take down 2. He might even get more, but he runs out of bullets as he will fall to Suzu. However, Timo2 takes down Longclaw. The gun most likely to be recovered, as yes, it most likely will be. Spady, though, the one with the sheriff is not the one going after it. A little bit interesting.
Interesting to see.
It will be Jude to pick up a rifle. Is Spady doing okay? He's just in spawn right now. Not moving.
That might be a P time. That might be a tech pause.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I'm not seeing anything, but I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're just
we are
gonna
good to go.
assume... Okay, we are good to
We're
go.
good to go. He's back. He's good. He's good.
He's back. Yeah.
And not a lot to go. Not a lot to go into. That was a 0 buy round, and just bringing the fight to them again. Bringing the fight to Twilight again.
Seems to be a common theme this map. Just this aggressive nature of Zero. Timo2 on this attack outlaw. It's not something you see very often, but it is something you're going to see from Jude, though, with the Vandal. Is not going to be noted. But Beast might, and Beast will get a kill. Suzu takes down Manzo, but Spady's going to be able to take down Asteria. And Longclaw takes down Split Effect all the way from stairs. Not much that can be done. That 5-man crunch, really, towards a Rubble. Well played around from Twilight. They understood the game plan there, and they executed well on it.
Yeah, beautiful read from the IGO of Twilight for sure. That was played around very beautifully for Twilight. Getting the info and preparing, like you said, to do the 5-man crunch. And once you're in the crunch, not a whole lot of getting out of it unless you just have that one person who's just flicking everybody's head and looking like they're aim, which you're not going to get in this elo, unfortunately. You're not going to see that.
No, unfortunately not. Now, a C fight. Going back towards this C side of the map that you fighting a lot of. 2 members, Beast noted, but 2 members of Nightwatch Twilight, excuse me, fall to this fight. Timo2 with a lot of space. I was going to say a lot of space towards A, but will fall to Suzu. The Smoke Spore Academy going down, however, very similar can be said as Beast is extremely low from that fight with Jude. Jude able to pick up a Vandal now. He's going to be forced out of position, and there goes Beast. There goes the lone seaside defender. Both members of Nightwatch and Twilight have to rotate, and they have to rotate fast. But it's going to be a stronghold on the site. Only a showstopper in the hands of Suzu is really what's going to be able to do this. Suzu having both the only gun and the showstopper, it's pretty much all on him. Asteria can do what he can, but with a sheriff and no utility, there's not much that can be done. Excuse me, he does have a snake bite, but Manzo's watching this angle. Just a slow and patient clear from both sides. Manzo is going to find the kill on Asteria. Will be noted, though. Suzu gonna get stunned up. He's gonna get tagged with all this utility. They're gonna note his location. They're gonna note his positioning, and just the triple hold from Zero is not gonna be beat. Getting the 10th round and forcing. No, I guess not. I guess they opt to force up here. I was gonna say forcing Nightwatch Twilight on an eco, but an operator for Suzu. Never mind, they are buying everything they can into this round.
That is huge for them. I guess they really don't want Zero Academy getting to 11, which I guess you can respect to a level. Once you're at 11, you're just 2 away from winning this map, and that's not what you want to have.
If they get this round, then that's pretty much match point, as Nightwatch Twilight will be on an eco going into the next round of the half, and there's not much that really can be done. And so we are gonna have to see the C hit coming back towards the mountain bite, as Jude is just gonna take down Asteria. Sorry, the operator for Suzu not really getting any value. He will be just rotating Timo2. He's lurked up all the way towards A, and door opening gives Jude the positioning back. No members of Zero noted. No, never mind. Split effect noted. 2 members, I believe, Watch Twilight been noted to be towards the C site, and there will go. The operator will ring out. Oh, but somehow the kill manages to go on. Suzu getting 2, maybe 3. I don't. Yeah, 2 on the round. But Timo2 with the flank, Suzu only having an operator, which is a very powerful weapon, but in a round like this, I'm not sure how good it'll be.
Remaining.
Timo2 just not watching his surroundings, but Jude does have the spike.
30 seconds.
The rotate coming through, but he's just going to bait it out. He does have the steel garden as well, but a gun picked up for Suzu. He does have a rifle now into this retake. And as I've noted, though, steel garden, 2 razor vines online for Jude. It does look like he plans to invest in steel garden as well. He might catch Suzu if he invests it now. He is. Suzu to fall. Those have been noted. Does Jude expect that he's falling around, securing the level 0 academy. What a clutch from Jude. Making this game pretty much making match point in the hands of Zero as Nightwatch Twilight are for Pinocchio here. And what, I just can't get over, what a clutch, what a well-played round from Jude at the end there.
I'm
Really
standing up.
on this map.
I'm standing up.
And I stood up a little bit too there.
That was insane.
that
That
was-
steel garden play. I mean, like, if I was in his situation, I would have pulled it out and probably, like, shoot. I would have popped it immediately, you know? Like, Jude took his time. He popped it at the perfect time.
Suzu's gonna be noted.
read.
Timo2 dropping him. Kills noted, location noted, spam from split effect is gonna go true. Asteria, he's alone on the site, and Zero Academy just has all the confidence in the world right now. They're just gonna take the fight to him. Timo2 will get Asteria, but Asteria will get a kill on the Manzo. 4v2 now, however, the flank for Longclaw but Beast is low, but managed to drop Jude with a beautifully placed shot. And another really good shot as well.
Wait.
However, it's winnable, but I wouldn't say it's too likely as, yeah, a weirder DP choice, and the lockdown invested slightly recklessly, but in the end, Zero Academy gets the round, and we'll get on a match point here. Trying to repeat what was done to them. 13-6 is a possibility. A very good game. Beast as well on the other side having a very good game. It's just no match for Zero Academy right now. Spady, Split Effect, and Jude all at 15 kills. Manzo and Timo2 both close behind with 14. It's just a dominating performance right now as we'll move in towards another C-site hit. This time moving Asteria towards the C-site, but no, they're just going to leave Beast here alone. You start to wonder at what point do you make this adjustment? If the adjustment will be able to come through in time. As Jude moves again towards this B-site, his lurks have been very potent, but members up Nightwatch noted towards A, just taking all the space, and Beast falls, but he does get the split effect in the process, and the will be able to take down Manzo, but Timo2 with 2 kills not noted. Timo2 manages to get the kill on him as well. What a round coming out from him. And Asteria left all on his own. Not much that can be done in this round. 3 members of Zero Academy still standing, and the world to do for Asteria just to keep his team in the map for one more round. But even then, no ult, only a snake bite to his name. It's not looking very likely right now. Never mind, I stand corrected as well. No, not even a snake bite to his name. And he has to go through the entire force of Zero Academy as the blind comes through. He will get tagged up. They know he stairs. They know where he is. Spady's watching it. He's ready for the peak. And he will not be able to find a kill though. Jude swinging, but Timo2 can clean it up. 13-6 for Zero Academy. What a bounce back after a very rough map 1.
Yeah, insane bounce back for Zero Academy. I believe that is their first map on the season, which is kind of weird to say. That's their first map on the season, and it was very dominant. All players from Zero Academy doing their part. Not a single one of them fell individual that map. I mean, yeah, they had their individual rounds, but nobody was like, oh yeah, this person is carrying the team, right? This person is just lifting his team up into victory. Everybody was doing their part, and it was so much better from them compared to that 6-13 Sunset. Both maps so far have been 13-6, 13-6 on Sunset, and 13-6 on Lotus, in case you missed it. So insane to watch that bounce back for Zero Academy. What is third map again?
Third map is going to be Ascent.
All right, Ascent. So I have no info on either team for Ascent. I have no clue what to expect for either team on this Ascent. It's going to be a very exciting map to watch. This series is going the distance into map 3, going into Ascent, which is going to be, yeah, like I said, a doozy. We are back with Nightwatch Twilight versus Zero Academy on to map 3. This series is going the distance. In case you missed it, on the first map, we started 13-6 for Nightwatch Twilight to start off the series, taking the first map taking this first map to start the series 1-0, and the Zero Academy come in and make a full turnaround, bringing in their own 13-6 to take Lotus. A very dominant map for them, and you kind of had to watch it. Whereas, like Sunset, it was first half looked dominant for Nightwatch, and it was a little bit scary on the second half, but they managed to pull it through. Zero Academy just looked dominant throughout the whole thing, and it was a very, very good game for them. Now, going into Ascent, these comps, we're seeing a W already, looking like a little bit of a Fnatic comp for both sides, I believe. Yes, a Fnatic comp for both sides, except for a split effect on that Deadlock instead of that Vice. But what is this Deadlock? I have no clue what this Deadlock is. This Deadlock is a insanely weird Sentinel pick, but I guess new things can come out of anything. So, yeah, the comp solidified for Twilight is going to be the Omen Vice, Yoru, Chamber, Sova, which is the Fnatic comp, I believe Agent for Agent. But as for Zero Academy, they have that Deadlock over that Vice. I'm very excited to see how that comes in, because I've personally never seen a Deadlock on this map. Never seen it in ranked. I've never seen it in pro match. I've never even seen it in a tier 4 match. I've never seen it anywhere. So very excited to see how that will come on Ascent. We have Nightwatch Twilight starting on defense and Zero Academy starting on this attack. So I'm ready for this game. I'm ready to get right into it. The setup. Three Nightwatch members. 4? No way, there's 4. Surely not. Look, it's looking like it's gonna be like a 1-1-3. This is very confusing. I'm not sure what Suzu's doing. Suzu doesn't look like he knows what he's doing either. But that's all good. Zero Academy are going to go for an 8 push with that Chamber Lurk. Assuming he's probably gonna go for a Lurk pick. Try to start off this round. Yeah, that one way coming out, forcing Zero to take a step back, having to recollect for just a second, try to get maybe some abilities ready to push past it, or deciding whether they want to rotate back. Setup for Nightwatch has not changed. That Paranoia is ready just in case Zero start to push out into Beast. The Paranoia is going to come out, get all the Zero members. Split effect is stuck in that corner. Not anymore. Beast has let it go. Teemo's gonna make noise on B. Try to convince Twilight that the majority of the members have rotated over to B, but they are not budging. Everything has gone quiet. Zero Academy deliberating whether they should go for a rotate or stay A. It looks like they're going to leave 2 lurkers. Very interesting. And have the rest go mid. Probably going to prepare. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an A split in the late round. Only 30 seconds remaining, though. Got to speed it up a little bit here, Zero. I mean, Twilight are kind of ready for it. They're rotating off B. Beast has gotten the pick. Split effect with that amazing right click, though. That Deadlock wall is going to come in. Low time, but just enough. And Split Effect is able to get 2 before he goes down. All 3 Zero members just holding this bomb. Chills and Beast forced to 2v3, and they're very disconnected. Beast is going to try to make noise, convince Zero that both of the last Twilight members are in tree, but they are not convinced. Uh-oh. That right click's gonna come in for Chills this time. Taking down Manzo. Oh. Is there enough time? There is not enough time for Chills. And Nightwatch is gonna lose the round. That was a very close round for Twilight and for Zero. You know, you thought Zero were gonna just pull the round. It was gonna be an easy round for them, but no. Much closer than you would have thought. But either way, this does start 1-0 for Zero Academy to start off their ascent. That take looked very good, but that hold was not as good. Hold kind of falling apart. Manzo was not ready for the Heaven player, and he didn't have any backup. He had the Hell player, but the Hell player was not ready for the Heaven player to fall. Looks like it's going to be basically a same setup, except with that chamber prepared on B. B's not able to TP out quite in time, and Timo able to get a pick mid as well, not even using his TP cooldown. Now he has all that space, split effect. I mean, you're versing a classic. You're expected to get that kill. If you don't get that kill, you're kind of bad at the game. 2v5 for Chills and Suzu. Manzo has it. Ooh, what a shot from Suzu. 2v4, making it look a little more possible, but still a long way to go for a round win. Is that okay? That drone does see Suzu. I was getting a little worried there. That main peak's gonna come in, take down Suzu, and this round is okay. It is lost. There we go. Made it a little bit more closer than it had to be, Zero. It looks like they're trying to like push it and extending these rounds way more than they need to be. But either way, it is a 2-0 start for them on this ascent. And looking over at, you know, Nightwatch, they have Longclaw and Asteria, both at the bottom, not able to get their kills quite yet for Nightwatch. If you were not here for Lotus, it looked like Zero were playing more together as a team. Not really any, you know, super individual plays, individual rounds, but not individual, like, you know, takeovers. Whereas Nightwatch was more individual takeovers for them. And that seems to be holding true for this ascent as well. Looks like we're going to be going into a 1-1-3 for the side of Nightwatch. And Suzu going to be taken down immediately to start off this round. Not looking good, especially when you're, you know, going up, you're on an anti-bonus. Yeah, info's getting stripped away of Zero. They're able to get the info on Longclaw, but they have no clue where any other members are. They're forced to sit back, wait for Nightwatch to make a mistake, peek out, get a little ego. Longclaw goes for it, but does not commit. Looks like this is going to form into an A split. I'm really liking this from Zero so far. They've done it every round. This info on the entire map going into an A split. Looking really professional here. Manzo able to get the Yori diff onto Beast. Manzo is incredibly low, but it doesn't matter. The headshot is there anyways. It would not have mattered if he had taken damage or not. Longclaw is in this tree. Oh, but Asteria is gonna get two. But the chaos. No clue what's happening. All I know is that kills are found. Longclaw left in a 1v2. Has to get his first kills of the entire match so far. Split effect is gonna pull out that ult. Maybe a little bit unnecessary. But who knows? Maybe they expect more of Longclaw. A good shot. But that ult actually does come into good use. And Zero are going to take the third round, gonna take their bonus. A not very good start for Nightwatch. Looking like they're probably gonna start this map 4-0, which is kind of incredible when they took first map Sunset pretty dominantly, and now they're getting dominated. It is incredible to watch the Zero Academy team literally build as you're watching them. It is incredible to watch. They're getting better together as we're watching them going up against Twilight. Whereas Twilight, they're kind of falling apart. You know, they were playing really well together on that Sunset, and now not doing so well as they were. Manzo's gonna get a little bit of a whiff, but split effect is there to get the other Yori on the other side of the map. Both ego peekers kind of taken down. Actually, one is an ego holder, one is an ego swinger. Diffs all around. The chamber diff coming through, the Yori diff coming through last round. Maybe we can see a little bit more. And we're back into that quiet zone that we've seen every round so far. Zero stripping Twilight of any info. You know, you hear bullets, but you have no clue. Is it a fake? Is it real? You really have no clue. There's not any decent info for them to go off here. Asteria is positioned in this tree, but with the sheriff, there's not a whole lot he can do. He's gonna know one's there, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna get taken down by the person that he has pinged. And that deadlock wall, maybe underestimated the deadlock. So far, it's looking pretty strong. But that also could just be Zero Academy currently diffing Twilight. Who knows? And yeah, Chills and Longclaw are left in a 2v4. This has happened every round so far. Somebody's left in a clutch situation on a retake. A little bit of a whiff. First bullet is not there. Second bullet pre-fired. Not landing. And Split Effect is going to find the last two remaining players where Teemo couldn't. Hopefully we see a Twilight timeout come in here. I don't believe we've seen one Twilight timeout this entire series, which is very interesting to see. Did they forget they have timeouts? Who knows? They might have. Currently 3 of their members on 0.5 KD and 1 member on 0.25. And Chills is on a 1. That's a 2 actually. Bad math. My bad. So no timeout it's looking like. Yeah, no timeout. Interesting to see that Twilight are not going to try to stop this momentum of Zero Academy. Oh, that op's going to come in through. Beast also able to find his own kill in mid. Stop that chamber lurk that's been helping Zero Academy that whole round. And now, this round's looking not so good. Yeah, it's a 3v5, but don't really have any positioning anywhere. Beatty's on such low HP, and Mando, he's gonna try to TP out in the open. Maybe not such a great idea there. And well, Beatty is gonna get traded out. Doesn't really matter. Jude, E-Boy Gamer Legend, left in a 1v4. He's gonna get a second. This isn't impossible, but he's also about to peek into an operator with a mid flank coming in as well. And he's faced with the Vise on site. Oh, the third's gonna come through. Now it's only a 1v2. He's gonna TP over to the A side. Wait! This is very possible. Oh, but he's just gonna be barely seen by Asteria. And a 1 round finally on the board for Twilight, but almost taken away by Jude, the E-Boy Gamer Legend. So close, but not quite enough. Able to pick up 3, not the other 2. A great idea from him to try to use that Omen ultimate to try to pull out the clutch. But Asteria was ready to rush it the second that he ulted. Again, we have most of Zero going into this A main area with that chamber lurk. That chamber lurk's there every single round. Except this time he's versing an op. Beast is ready for it. He's ready to try to take down this lurk that's been happening every round, but instead Beast is gonna get taken down. I don't believe Teemo meant to pick up that trip. Which is all good. Honestly, it's very easy to do that. It's very easy to do that. Oh, is he gonna be ready for this operator? He's not gonna be ready. He's gonna get taken down. But he was only on 30 HP. Operator kind of overuse there. Calm now looking like, or sorry, not the calm. The flash now looking like it was calm. Spady gonna get a kill. And Manzo's gonna get the kill, and this round is looking pretty bad for Nightwatch. And that deadlock wall forcing a ton of bullets out of Nightwatch Twilight's hands. Suzu, if split effect jumps up right at the right moment, right now might be a good moment. He's gonna play a safe game, which you can definitely respect. Now's the time. He's gonna use that moment. He's gonna try to take down that operator, hunt them down.
Player standing.
And Long Claw. Well, now you're getting clawed. The claws have been clawed. I'm sorry, was that a bad joke? I'm so sorry, chat. So sorry. I'll never say that again. I really do apologize. Suzu looks like he's gonna keep his operator going into round 7. But that's gonna be really the entire investment for Nightwatch. Everybody else is gonna be forced onto this half buy. And Suzu is really gonna have to carry this round if he wants Twilight to win. And not be forced to look at the very least, at the very most, a tied half. But I mean, or is it at the very least? Maybe my English is not that great, guys. It might not be that great. But Zero pivoting over to this B site instead, and Suzu was not prepared. He was just ready for that chamber lurk. Angel's gonna get the dimensional drift going through, getting all the info right now. The operator's gonna get taken down by that deadlock ult. Tweety also gonna get a kill in the back site. And now, that big gun, the only gun here to try to save Nightwatch, is gone. The Classic is gonna get a kill, but in the 1v4, it's just impossible. And that's gonna be the 6th round for Zero Academy. And you're at least going to be 6-6 going into the next half, but you're probably going to get more considering you have 5 more chances to get another round. And Nightwatch, they're getting completely snowballed. Yes, they do have 4 ults online though this round, which we should consider. These 4 ults are very good ults. They only don't have that Hunter's Fury.
You want to play? Let's play.
That chamber ult is going to be picked out from both sides. Both sides are going to be, but Suzu is going to shoot the first chamber up. And looks like he's going to go for another peek, but split effect is ready, and Teemo is going to get the second chamber pick. That operator just so strong. The fact that that is an ultimate is wild. A 4,700 credit gun turned into an 8-point ultimate. Teemo going to trip that wall and back up. It's a 4v3 now. Zero Academy with the advantage as well, considering that Teemo with that operator. And Asteria is going to get caught out. A 4v2. Another very dominant round coming from Zero Academy, but I should not speak yet. Chosen and Longclaw are still alive. Longclaw not having a good game. But maybe this is the time. This is where he comes online. Maybe, just maybe, Mando spotted out. He's gonna get picked. It's now a 2v2. The possibilities are here. What if they're gonna get shot in the back? The op shots are whiffing. And that timer is running down. Now, left in a 2v1. How have Nightwatch won the round? How? Not even Longclaw or Chills were taken down. Neither one. A 2v4 clutch secured for Twilight to magically somehow pull out a second round. What a fumble for Zero there. Teemo whiffing 2 op shots on Chills. If either one of those had hit, that round was over. I sincerely doubt Longclaw could 1v4 or 1v3. It would have been near impossible. Zero, they're going to go back into their original setup. That B setup not looking so good after losing that incredibly embarrassing round. Only one shown, and Suzu's going to get a pick mid. Oh, the whiff for Beast! Susie's able to trade it out, but what a whiff for Beast. And now it's just dead quiet. All 3 Zero members are forced to push this A. If they even attempt to rotate, there's gonna be Twilight members waiting for them. Oh, and that shock dart gets all the chip damage. Leave max damage on every single Zero member. The plant is gonna come through, and it is a 3v3. Where the last 3 Zero members are all on about half HP. That is gonna get someone, but they're gonna be able to pick up chills after the cocoon is broken. Last 2 Twilight members are gonna try to go for sort of a split retake here. Asteria, great play! Trigger to split is there, and Longclaw is able to clean up the last player of Zero. Another fumble. Another fumble, and that operator is gonna get picked up for the next round.
What's another death?
I mean, what are we? Come on, Zero. We gotta be doing better than this. Split Effect and Spady are both looking at door. Why aren't one of you at least looking heaven? Still, though, you cannot. You have to credit Asteria quite a bit there. That trigger discipline. He sees one, but he doesn't quite shoot. He checks for another, and he gets 2 as a reward. And we're back to this B hit. A map flip for Zero. That drone's gonna come out, get the info. But I believe that only spotted 2 members of Zero, but it doesn't matter. Suzu's gonna peek in and get that pick onto Split Effect.
Nowhere to run.
Hunter Fury's gonna come out for the side of Zero. Not gonna be able to even find. Oh, actually, it is gonna tag. My bad. They're gonna have a. They're gonna have the Omen ult over, but it's not even necessary. NW are just gonna clean up Zero. The dominance has swapped. Suzu's gonna get the final kill onto Jude. Now all of a sudden the tied half looking very likely. And yes, a timeout gonna come through for Zero. Somehow they're the first ones to pull out a timeout this map. A very, very needed one. Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to fix up some things here. They're not looking very, very together as they have, or if they are together, they're holding the same thing, and that's not what you want to do. I think it's just like the only thing that I think the coaches should be telling them is you're fumbling these little things that are turning into big things, right? I mean, like the fact that Split Effect and Spady are looking at the door. I'm gonna think about that. They're both looking at the door. Why is not one of them looking heaven? I don't even know what they're doing there. Hopefully the mess can be picked up by the Zero Academy coaches. And it looks like we're gonna retry this A hit that has worked so many times but also failed. And so is this a flash lineup? We cannot be nerding out this hard, guys. Please don't tell me we're nerding out. Oh my, we are. Unfortunately, there's 3 members set up for Zero. They don't have quite the read. The clone gonna come in and get checked. Beast is gonna TP out, not take any risks. Suzu's just posted here, as he has the past few rounds. And it's a good plan considering that you know that this chamber is lurking. You know that Zero chamber is always lurking. He loves to lurk. So quiet. So peaceful. I say that as a nade comes in. Oh, two beautiful shots from Beast to completely stop that mid push to support the A split.
30 seconds left.
Timo, if there's a time to push, now's that moment. This is that time. Push now. Oh, a good push.
Spike down.
Long pause there to clean it up. Kill Speedy. And he also gets Timo. Is he able to get the third? Let's see. And he is. Longclaw able to pick it up
Last round
after
before the
being,
switch.
I think, 1 in 7. He was 1 in 7. He got 6 kills without dying. 3 of which were from clutches. 3 winning clutches, I should say, as well. Add on. Insane from him to bounce back like that. And now, you're looking at least a 5-7, which is way better than what you were thinking. Looking at a 1-6 before, and now a 5-6. Insane. For Nightwatch to bounce back like this. A tied half very likely, but Timo gonna get that first pick and make it even less likely. That dimensional drift for Nightwatch is not gonna be available anymore as Manzo uses his. Now we're back to that quiet phase yet again every round. A drone gonna come out, clear out the tree space, prepare these 0 players for anybody that might be there. Split effect, he's completely on his own here. He's his own in main, but he has the mid players to support him. Twilight are just gonna give up this site and not really go for anything. Not gonna take any risks, but Asteria is. He takes down split effect. A huge takedown. Fady left alone on top of the bomb. A right leg gonna come through though, taking down a Vandal. That's huge. Vandal picked up and it's gonna get value. He's gonna take down, get the Sova diff. But Longclaw and Suzu are here to get the retake. And Drew's gonna be there to stop the defuse, and Timo gonna come in through tree just at the perfect time. And not allow Longclaw to successfully take another clutch for Twilight. And a 7-5 half for 0. At least able to start their defense with a lead. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that considering this was 6-1 just a few minutes ago. But here we are. Twilight, they're gonna go for a huge B push here. Kind of do exactly what Zero did, except without that chamber lurk. They're just all gonna force this B. Manzo and Timo are both gonna go for this though. They're both gonna try and push this. Beast is gonna flash it. Timo's gonna whiff. And Manzo, both of them are gonna get taken down, and that's not a good start. 4-0 ACAD. And Asteria able to get 2 in mid. This is an absolute destruction round, maybe a flawless unless Jude can pull off the impossible. Left in another one of these 1v5 scenarios as we saw earlier. They at least stop the flawless. He cannot. Flawless gonna come in to start the second half, sorry, for Nightwatch Twilight. 6-7. Don't put it in chat. I swear if I see any of it in chat, I'm gonna crash. And Nightwatch are kind of hesitating on what kind of sets they're gonna do here, but 0 are set. 1, 2, 2. Actually looking like a what in the world? A 1-3-1. Very interesting. They're gonna have 2 players forced down this mid with 1 in the back. The Timo's forced off of that line. Forced to back up. Beast getting a little bit of chip damage on his Jude. Split effect, no sensors down. I'm not sure what was going on. He likes to save his sensors. That's what we've noticed. Looks like Night Watcher kind of repeating what Zero did, going into that quiet phase, and here's where the loud phase starts. He's taking down Spady. What if I gonna go for a play, but he's just gonna get taken down with a whiff. He's just posted in that tree with such low HP. Just a straight bullet will take him down, but it doesn't matter. Dude is not gonna get that straight bullet, and Manzo's at least gonna stop the flawless. But 4 players still alive for the side of Nightwatch. Not a whole lot of damage done. You want to at least see 2 kills going into that eco, but not any more than 1. Another 5-stack B, it looks like, for Nightwatch here, as Zero are going to go into a 2-1-2 setup. Clone's gonna stare into the wall as the drone's gonna clear out mid, saying no one's mid, but there actually is a lurker deep into tile, not deep into tiles, sorry, just in tiles in general. That chamber lurk there, this just looks kind of like the same team versus the same team. If you had said both teams were still on the same side after 12 rounds, I would have probably believed you, because this looks like a Zero play. And Zero look like Twilight. Look exactly the same setup, but that's what you got. That's what you do when your comps are just so similar on a map like Ascent, where the comp never changes, the meta never changes. I guess recently it kind of has, but in general, it's sort of been the same. Oh, split. Oh, split. Oh no, split. Spady is gonna get a pick from Catwalk. You know what? I'm gonna move past it. It's okay. Chills gets 1 for Nightwatch. What effect? Able to get a makeup for it. His whiff doesn't matter. He gets 3 randomly. There's 3 random kills. I'm just stunned. No clue what happened there. Split whiffs on a drone and it gets 3. Insane. It's gonna be a round to keep their lead on the board for Zero Academy. Insane round from Split Effect to get that 3rd round of the 2nd half. And Trey is coming out very early. Split Effect already getting taken down, but Beast as well. And the chamber diff coming through. Nenna's gonna get smoked up, but he doesn't care. He's just gonna flash. He's gonna get 1 before he TP's out. Spady gonna get the Sova diff. Now it is a 2v3 for Twilight. Try to start a post plant. Chill's taken so low. And now, not a whole lot for Twilight to do. Longclaw's completely stuck in hell. He has no ultimate to get out. No kills to take for it either. And Chills is kind of forced to try to get an opening for Longclaw to do something. Longclaw doesn't have that smoke to try to get out, but no other util, and he's just going to get sprayed if he tries to smoke.
30 seconds left.
Longclaw's going to try to bait, but it doesn't matter, as Manzo and Jude peek at the same time to get that next round on the board for Zero.
I'm back. Sorry about that. And going in 9-7, Zero on the defense, coming off a good round win, and eco for Nightwatch. So how this plays out. Lone Bulldog for Chills, but everyone else on Sheriffs or Classics. They're gonna know. Missed shot from both sides there. I was gonna say they have to know that that's a clone, right? I'm pretty sure they saw it spawn. As two Suzu, and I believe that's Longclaw with him, taking a stereo on the A side. As two just walking towards mid here. Chills, Beast kind of playing towards Sabrosa. Emo 2 with a nice shot. Suzu with their follow-up though. Longclaw getting a little bit of health taken off. Nice blind from Jude just to take a little bit more space here. Suzu just walking right through it, kind of disrespecting them. Crossfire set up between Manzo and no, I was gonna say, but not anymore. As Jude's just gonna take down Longclaw. Suzu just gonna try to disrespect the smoke, but the spam is gonna nearly get him. It's gonna nearly hit. Jude's gonna note that he's there. Gonna pick him up. The spam. Noting one's in the corner as the shock dart will go true, and almost with a big round from Suzu, but Jude manages to take back, securing the round for Zero Gaming.
And able to pick up that operator to give back to his chamber as well. An insane bounce back in the series so far for Zero.
A little bit of a research me in.
Yeah, 100%. And the setup's gonna look a little wonky. They're kind of hesitating on it, but in the end, it's gonna be a 1-2-2 for Zero Academy.
Yep. Oh, Op bringing out for Timo. Unfortunately, not going to land. However, Manzo tucked towards logs. He's going to just TP out. Going to just try to play his life. Play this retake for a spam. It's going to knock Chills low. 5 HP for him. Longclaw just also taking low with... Dude, he's going to take down Suzu, and Manzo's going to take down Beast as well. Chills, the lone player on site, 5 HP. Well, Longclaw's going to take down Jude, though. All members of Zero are rotated over. That Annihilation online for Split Effect, who's been having an amazing game. Longclaw's gonna get picked up. The highest health member of Twilight that's on site and Chills 1 HP. Sorry, 5 HP to his name. Not much you can do. Closing in from every side, and Zero Academy just gonna take over the round. Just gonna take over on that retake and secure their 11th for this map in pretty dominating fashion.
That was a very dominant round for Zero. Not much damage done by the side of Twilight, only getting 2 kills. And yeah, this is looking 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 like it's gonna be match point.
Timo opting for the rifle though over that operator. I don't know what happened. He might not feel confident right now, but either way, just opting to try to take this fight with the op. Oh, nice little TP there. I like that. Never mind. He is just gonna play his tour de force. Both sides pulling their own out as Chills is noted into the double swing. Split Effect is gonna take down 2. Timo Spady taking down 1. Timo taking down Beast, and Suzu left all on his own. The operator's been good for him today, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. All four members of Zero Academy closing in as Timo gonna get the final kill. That was a very quick round. Going to the side of Zero Gaming, or Zero Academy, mind you. But they are looking really good on this defensive side. They're 5 rounds straight, putting them on match point, putting all the pressure onto Nightwatch Twilight.
100%. This is looking amazing for Zero. An incredible bounce back, especially on their defense, which if you saw Sunset, you would think, oh, their defense is not that good. They're more of an attacker team. No, they can play defense, and this defense is looking incredibly strong, now putting themselves onto match point and nearly a flawless.
They will be coming out. That Dimensional Drift coming over towards that A site, but stairs is cleared, and Timo he's just going to take down Chills. Longclaw left alone, but he is able to take down the spam. Just going down leaves Longclaw low. Spady's just going to take down Beast. I believe he was just up mid there, yeah. And it's just it might just be too little too late. I do say split effect falls to Asteria. 2 members of Nightwatch towards this B site though. Asteria just trying to walk down mid, see what he can do. But Timo2, he's here, he's hit there with the operator. Long Claw low. All members of Zero Academy high on HP, if not full. And Asteria, he's just walking into the operator. Aldron's gonna note it's there, but Timo2's just gonna disrespect it. He's just gonna try to wallbang him. 2 members, both low. Dimensional Drift coming out from Enzo. Asteria's just gonna take down Spady though. Suzu takes down Timo2, and now this 3v3 is looking more winnable. Yes, Asteria's gonna take down Manzo, getting the 3rd round of this attacker side on the board for Nightwatch Twilight.
Yeah, huge ult invested there too, Manzo, just to get out of a sticky situation. I don't know if I would have used that there. You know, you want to use that for retakes usually, but I guess if you wanted to save the gun, you could have. But he didn't even do that. He didn't save it at all. So I don't know. A big ult invested and not used very well, and a round lost for the first time in a while. 4-0. Nightwatch pulling it together. A very good comeback on what looked like a very hard round.
And moving in now towards this next round, this hit looking to come through, looking to just play around the one way. Gonna note that Spady is there. Gonna note now, hearing that grab net coming through and split effects, he's just gonna take down Beast. He's just gonna not care, and he's gonna take down Long Claw as well. The Hunter's Fury coming out for the side of Nightwatch, but it's a little bit too late as Suzu falls. Split effect does fall due to chills, but Jude is just there. He's gonna note that both of them are there. Zero Academy, they have all the info in the world. And Nightwatch, they're just trapped in A main. There's nothing they can do. The Hunter's Fury online, I'm assuming with a tag here. And no, Spady's going to choose not to invest it. He's going to choose just to wait it out a little bit. Play around. That tag will be enough to invest it, though. There it is. Most likely falling to this, though. I might be stand corrected. He just will be tagged low. Tagged for 80. There goes the Steel Garden. And now it's just coming into this 4v5. Retake. Chills, the low player taken down. Mysteria, all on his own, 1v3. To keep the map going, to put his team in a position to win it all. And Spady is just going to send him away, finishing it off, giving Zero Academy their first series win of this season.
Yeah, finally a series 1 for Zero Academy. First was their first map, now it is their first series against the Nightwatch Twilight, also known as the Nightwatch Academy. A very, very good second and third map coming out of Zero Academy after the first map being an absolute obliteration from them. And yeah, a totally different Zero. You were watching them grow throughout the series. You were watching them connect as a team, getting better together. It wasn't a solo match anymore. It was a five-man army, really. In incredible mode down to take down Nightwatch there. And you know, on Ascent, each round, you know, at the start, it would always be like Zero has this advantage, especially on those last few rounds. Would be like Zero has this advantage. Oh wait, Nightwatch are coming in, and they're gonna at least make it closer, or even win the round. So it was an incredibly fun series to watch, whether it was dominant maps or not. And yeah, super happy I could be casting here today with Scorpion.
Yeah, it was a great match. Really happy for Zero Academy that they were able to get that win, and you know, it just kind of helps their confidence going into next week. Going into, I don't actually know who they play, but either way, going into whoever they play next, it's good to have that confidence. It's a great win for those guys, and you know, I can just tell you, it means a lot. It means a lot to them.
Yeah, well, that will be it with us today on Twilight versus Zero Academy. Thank you all for coming out. It was a Zero Academy win, 2-1 versus Twilight, 13-6 for Twilight on the first map, Sunset, 13-6 for Zero Academy on Lotus, and finally on the last map, it was 13-8 for Zero Academy on Ascent. Like I said, to take the series 2-1. Lastly, again, thank you everybody for coming out and watching today's series. It was very fun to cast and to watch. Any final words, Scorpion?
No, appreciate everyone coming out to watch, and have a good one.